And welcome back everyone to Night Some Developments, and this is actually part 9 of my 2025 FPS tutorial series, and this is probably one of the best videos I've ever done, as well as turns out to be the longest, but for a very good reason. Basically, in this video, I've made every single animation that you can possibly think of for your FPS game, and showed you guys exactly how to do it, as well as provided you with all of the code and steps for everything that I show. So, some of the things that we added are equip and de-equip animations for both of our view models, as well as reload animations for both of our view models, as well as empty animations. So for example, when your gun has one bullet left and it fires, the slide will lock back and then automatically reload with the lock slide until it's actually done and reset. Also, I added inspect animations that also blur the background and clearly show off the view model that you have created for both view models as well. And then if you look real closely, there's a small idle animation playing when your character is standing still. So as you can see, it's a breathing like pattern where the gun is slightly moving up and down. The whole system is completely custom and you can make it pretty much however you want, or just follow exactly how I show to get the perfect results. This tutorial was heavily inspired by Xerdev, so go ahead and subscribe to his YouTube channel as well as thank you so much to my channel supporters. These are the guys that either support me through purchasing the Discord Premium on my server shop that gives them complete access to game files, so you can just simply download the game instead of actually having to follow the tutorial, or the super thank down below in this video, and those are the people that actually motivate me to post every week and help my channel out a lot. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into the video. First of all, this is going to be a little bit of a longer video just because I decided to put all of the animations into this one. So things like reload animations, equip animations, inspect animations, everything is going to be in this video. And then this video is going to be in two main parts. First one being like the code and the system setup, and then the second is actually animating both view models for every single animation that we're going to add. So let's go ahead and start off with the framework client script. Currently yours should be 289 lines if you followed all of my tutorials. So we're going to go ahead and switch this one. So if you go to my Discord, which is linked down below as pretty much in every single one of my other videos, if you go to FPS 2025 video 9, animations reload, inspect, equip, you should see 4 scripts in here, right? The very top one is framework client, so go ahead and open this one up. Go ahead and copy from top to bottom. Make sure to not miss this very last end here. So go ahead, copy this in your game. Go ahead, take your old script and click delete and paste in the new one. And the new one is 473 lines, so almost double what you had before. Let me quickly explain why, and then something you should watch out for. So the reason why is because if you look here, we added all of our animations, which takes a lot of space, and then you can also read those animations here. So we're gonna have fire, equip, de-equip, empty fire, reload anim, empty reload anim, inspect, and idle animation. So, first of all, pay attention, very important. If you used any guns that are other than mine, or you changed their names, make sure that if you go to your replicated storage, view models, make sure these two names here match these two lines here. So if they don't, just copy your name, paste it into these brackets, and then also do the same thing, the same exact thing down here. So make sure the gun names match. If they don't, your guns will not show up. Also, very important, very important. Let me find it real quick. Right here. So, if in your character script, so I think that's in here. Oh yeah, character script. If you changed the walking speed or the sprinting speed from whatever I have here, or whatever your actual character has set in their property settings, make sure those numbers, 17 and 30, match the 17 and 30 here. If you did like, I don't know, sprint of 40, you would go ahead and change this to 40, because if you don't, your bobbing will not work. Okay, so that's basically it for the client script for now. Go to the server script, do pretty much the same thing, find framework server, go ahead and open it up, copy the whole thing, go to the game, and then just delete and paste. The only thing that actually changed here was I changed mouse position to look position, which is a bit better because let's say somebody on the phone plays your game. There is no mouse on the phone, so the game will not really fire properly. So now it's set to look position, which is way better. Okay, that's it for the framework server. Now you're gonna do the module. Make sure to do every single module for every gun that you have. I currently have 2. If you have more, change those as well. So there is 2 codes. One says rifle and one says pistol. So for the rifles, you're going to be using the rifle one. So go ahead, copy the whole thing, and then pay attention how I actually use it. So let's say I go to my Troy Defense AR, which is a rifle. I'm gonna make a couple of spaces, actually a lot of spaces, and paste it in. The reason I'm doing this is because pay attention right now. If you changed any ammo or damage settings, I want to save yours. I don't want to like mess yours up. So you have your settings, right? Cool. Don't touch them. Here's the part that you pasted. And as you can see, this is what changed. Everything else is pretty much the same as before. So what I want you to do is pay attention. Very important right now. You have a Fire Anim ID here, right? And this is the same Fire Anim ID part here. So don't cut it out. Take it from this part, from empty Fire Anim, and copy everything that's down from it. So copy this. Now select the fire sound here. Actually, no. Pay attention. Not the fire sound. Go ahead. Just follow what I do right now. Take this part, empty Fire Anim, copy it, go here, line 6, click enter, paste this in. And then I want you to take your ID that works, copy it, and then paste it into here, right? Just so that your script doesn't show up with errors. Then I want you to go ahead and copy everything from here to here, so don't touch any of this. Only equip anim down to idle anim. Copy that, go to line 8, click enter twice, click paste. Now take this, delete, right? And get rid of these useless spaces. Your script should be 47 lines long, and then very important, take that one ID that you made in like, I don't know, part maybe 2 or 3 of our series, copy this ID, and I want you to paste it for every single ID you see, the green ones. Paste for every single one. Also, make sure this Troy Defense AR name, or whatever your view model's name is here, make sure that this is the one you made, this is the one that works for you. So you're going to take this part, go ahead, copy it, and also paste it for every single one of these names right here, okay? Because if you don't, you'll get errors. So once you do all that, you're done with the rifle. We're going to move on to the pistol, and it's going to be pretty much the same exact thing. I want you to go to pistol, open it up, copy the whole thing here, Control C, go back to the game, go here, do a bunch of enters, paste. Again, take this line here in the middle of the Fire Anim and Fire Sound, empty Fire Anim, go here, click enter, paste. And then take this ID, the one that works for you, copy it, paste it in here, right? Now you're gonna just copy the rest up to idle anim, copy, go here, click enter twice, paste. Again, I want you to take this working ID that you have for Fire Anim and paste it for every single one of these green IDs you see here, just because I want your code to work. And then also this name of the gun that works for you, paste it for every other line as well. Now that you've done that, go ahead, delete everything you don't need. Should be about 47 lines exactly. So take that and just make sure your scripts actually look like this. Now you're actually done with all of the code. I want you to quickly switch the lighting. So basically, when we do the inspect, I think I showed it in the beginning, it's going to have the little blur effect in the back of it. So in order to enable that, I want you to go to lighting right here. Go to depths of field, right? Right here in properties, click this enable thing here so that you're able to actually change the depths of field during the game. And then I also want yours will probably be set to something else that is not 0. Near intensity, I want you to change it from whatever number you had. I want you to go ahead, just delete whatever there was, type 0. The reason is because in the framework client, let me see if I can find it. I think it was somewhere in the middle, so right here. Basically, when you run the inspect function, you're going to be changing basically the depths of field, which will like make a lot of stuff blurred and make the actual gun look a lot better when you inspect it, and then we'll reset to these original values. So make sure these values here, right, match these here. If they don't, you're gonna take all of these and you're gonna paste them in here just to match. Make sure it's the bottom one, not the top. So once these match, I want you to go ahead, close down lighting, go back to the game, and now we're going to do all of the animations. Okay, so this is going to be the long part of the video just because you have to do literally like, I don't know, 6 animations each, maybe. Actually, it's 8 animations each. It's equip, de-equip, shoot, empty, reload, inspect, and idle. So you don't have to like repeat exactly how I do it, but I do give you a great idea or like show you step by step how to animate. So I would highly encourage you guys to actually follow my tutorial. And then also I'm going to go over the looping issue that some of you had where the gun would just shoot infinitely. So we'll fix that. And then first we're going to do the rifle and then we're going to do the pistol just because I feel like that's easier. So what you're going to do first is I want you to actually mistake proof yourself just in case. So you want to take the view models in the workspace, go ahead, delete those, and then go to view models, select the view models that you know for a fact work because these are the ones you play with, duplicate, and bring into workspace. The reason I do it is just to be sure that these are the fresh view models. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to quickly separate these for now. Take the rifle somewhere where there's like nothing around and you actually have space to see stuff, and bring it off the ground just to get the best working angle you can. Now, for animations, I'm going to use the default Roblox animation editor just because I know all of you have it and most of you probably don't know how to use Blender or Moon Animator, so this is what we're going to use. Okay, so click the go to avatar tab, animation editor, click on it, and then you can go ahead and hover over your view model, see this blue box, click on it, and it should go into your animating software. If that blue box doesn't appear, most likely the case is your view model doesn't have an animation controller, so add it if you don't have one, even though you most likely have, just because you're so far in the series. And then also get the camera locker plugin. It's free. I'm going to link it down below. This is going to be very helpful in checking our animations later on. So you have your view model. It's in your editing software. Go ahead and name. We'll do equip first. So we'll do the equip animation for it, right? Equip. Click the 3 little dots. Actually, I'm not going to touch the animation priority yet. Make sure the toggle looping animation, make sure this is off. If it's on, your view model will just keep running the animation, which you don't want to happen. So make sure this is off. Here's your view model. Click the little plus icon, add all body, and you should see the components right here, right? So very important. First of all, move the line a couple of frames forward, right? Now we're going to animate everything. So this, except import and fake camera, because that's where you're looking through and you don't really want those to move. So for equip, we're gonna select these parts here. And then what I want you to do is go to models, make sure your move and rotate is constraints are off. Go to rotate and then set it to where the gun kind of looks like the character's pulling it out. So kind of like this, right? Kind of like that. It doesn't really matter like how weird it looks from the side because this runs on the client side. Nobody in the game will actually see this yet. So do something like this, right? Then move 2 frames. Take this like idle. So basically this first step is idle. So click the little diamond or square, copy it, move 2 boxes and paste. Basically, if you take this now, first of all, delete the very first frame here, delete and take this down frame, put it as the first frame. Why did we do it now? Basically, if you separate these, as you can see, it will run the little animation. So I like to have my equip about like half a second long. So go to 0.5. And then basically, if you play this, as you can see, you'll get this simple equip animation. You could make it faster, and I think we could get away with like 4.3. But to check this, we're going to go to Troy Defense AR fake camera, plugin, camera locker. And then if you run this, you're going to see this simple equip animation. Nothing special, it just works. It looks great. You could do it fancy if you want, but this is what I'm gonna end on. So go to little 3 dots, click publish to Roblox, equip, save, copy this ID right here. Make sure to actually copy it, close, go to Troy Defense AR, whatever your module script for that gun is. Go to equip animation here, take this ID, delete it, and then paste the one you just copied. So now you can actually test out what this looks like, but there is a little thing that I want to tell you. So basically this is the ID you just created. Oh wait, no, not this one, this one. So copy this, put it into idle. Basically the issue right now is we have an idle animation, but we didn't actually animate idle, and your placeholder is shooting. So if you run the game, it'll just be the shooting animation over and over. So I'm just gonna paste in the new ID here in the idle. So what you're gonna get is you're gonna get the simple equip animation. You're actually being able to test it. So that's how it's gonna look like in the game. Kinda, you're just gonna be pulling the gun out. So that's basically just a little test, but we will make it right later. So just make sure the ID you created is in the equip anim line for code. Now we're gonna just keep going, creating new animations. So we're gonna go ahead and click here, create new. And the next one we're gonna make is, let's do de-equip. It's because it's like the complete opposite. So de-equip. Click enter. Then once again, add all body. Select the same parts we did for equip. Exit camera locker. By the way, if you click escape and then click camera locker, it will exit out. Just if you guys had an issue of getting stuck in it. So we're going to do literally the same exact thing, but just a little bit differently. So move the cursor at first, and then we're going to do the complete opposite we did with the equip animation. So we're just going to now turn it down. Basically the same exact way that we did with the equip. So you're basically doing the same exact thing, but we're just not going to flip them around. We're going to take this one, put it at, was it 4.3 that we did? So now this is what it's going to look like for de-equip. Super simple, literally. Make sure that the looping is off, and then you could add things like curve editor, and then you can like do animation priority and stuff, but I won't, just because I want it to work right. So the same thing, publish to Roblox, de-equip, save, copy this ID here, close, go back to the rifle script, find wherever it says de-equip animation, take that, paste it in, perfect. Now I want you to just keep going down the list. So next we'll do, let's do empty fire. Wait, yeah, empty fire. Let's do that one. So basically, this one is mostly for pistols because when you fire the last shot, the slide will actually lock back, and that's kind of the idea behind the empty shooting. So rifles don't really have it, even though the bolt will lock back. Player can't really see it. So what I'm thinking we'll do is we'll turn the gun sideways just to kind of let the player know that, whoa, no ammo. Okay, so the same thing, create new. Let's do empty fire. Right. Again, add all body. Go ahead, left arm, shift, right arm. And then, how should we do it? Let's do, first of all, yeah, obviously we're gonna move the cursor. And then let's do a shot, but we'll just rotate the gun a little bit. So we'll click move, and then we'll just throw the gun back right about that much. And then I'm gonna give it a little bit of a rotation. Just a little bit here, and then just a little bit back. And then copy the original frame, and then put it here, right? So the whole shot will only take about 0.2 seconds, I think. So as you can see, the gun kind of rotates a little bit, letting the player know that it is empty. But also, if you do have something like an AK, the bolt will lock. So let's kind of do it here too. Let's take the bolt, find when it's like the gun's actually fired, which is here, right? Yeah, so the gun's fired here. So we'll take the bolt, and then just for the realism, even though you can't see this, let's just move it back just because we're game developers. Let's make it look cool. Lock that bolt back, and then obviously it will return later on. So when the gun shoots, the bolt will fly back. Okay, let's test out how this actually looks. So where's our fake camera? Go to plugin, camera locker. Let's see. So yeah, the gun just kind of rotates sideways for the very last shot out of 30. So the very last bullet is going to come out kind of like that. Cool. Let's go ahead and also make sure it's not looped. Publish to Roblox. Save. Copy ID. Close. Go to script. Find empty fire atom. Paste it in. And then we can actually delete this. Reminder to not forget to change it, just kind of because it's in between these two lines and it's kind of invisible, so change that. Now next up we're going to do reload, which is a little bit harder than the other ones, but also the one that's fun. So for reload we'll do create new, call it reload. Go ahead and add all body, and then we're going to do the same thing we did every single time. Select the whole thing. Okay, for reload, this is the one where you actually have to think, how would the person reload this gun? You could just search up a simple video, but I'm gonna just kind of use my imagination. So let's go model, let's do rotate. Let's face the gun toward the player, so let's do this. Let's do that. Oh, damn it. Forgot to move the slide. Don't forget to move the slide. Up, side, rotate. And then you can kind of position yourself here to kind of see how it will look. As you can see, that's not nearly enough. So here, here, and here. And you might want to also move it way further from the camera because you see how it's covering the face. So I like to kind of move it away as well. So here. And then we'll right away move the arm down in the same exact frame as well. So first of all, let's actually check it with the camera locker. So here, it's kind of high up and not rotated enough. So let's quickly actually fix it. So, and I know this part's kind of annoying you just kind of watching me do this, but oh well. Make sure to actually do it right. Okay, then I want to lower it too. Okay, camera locker. Just a little bit lower, but I do like how this is in front of us now. So slightly lower here. Fake camera, camera locker. Good. This is almost perfect. Okay. And obviously you could do your own if you don't like how I do it, but this is how I'll do my animation. Okay. Now also quick thing I noticed, we created joints for like barrel and stuff. So you might see something like this happen to where the insides of the gun actually kind of come out. So you could just manually go to like bowl, charging handle, and then mag, because I think the mag is kind of out too. And then just literally put them back in. So charging handle here and then barrel or bolt. Just kind of make it invisible for the player, to be honest. Okay, so good. Now, in the same exact frame, we do want the arm to actually grab the magazine. So go to left arm. I do like to rotate it as well. So rotate here. Go move it down, down, down. And just kind of line that up with the magazine here. Do consider that you don't want the arm to actually cover the whole gun, so you might want to like set it to like kind of like this. Good. Now so basically what you're doing is the arm will travel down to the mag as the scene moves on. So actually let's separate these. Also reload probably takes about like 2-3 seconds. So I think we have it set at 3. So change this to 3 seconds right here. So you actually get to use the whole time. Take this and set it at like half a second, right? So what we're gonna have is, let's say we play this. There we go. The player reaches down for the mag. Now, another half a second later, no, wait. Yeah. Half a second later, we'll take the left arm and the mag. So select both of them and just literally take it out of the player's view. So you could literally just do this because nobody will actually see like the animation from the side since we run these on the client. But I would recommend making sure that the mag doesn't actually break through the weapon. So to do that, I would recommend going like, instead of a second, move to like 0.6 or something like that, and then just slowly like pull the mag out. Kind of like this. Here, and then at 1 second mark, just kind of take the arm and like dump it away. So here, here, here. And you're just trying to get it out of the player's viewpoint. So here, and then let's see what this looks like. Good. Okay. And then another like half a second. No, actually not half a second. Yeah, let's do half a second. So move it half a second later. And actually what we're going to do is we're going to cheat a little bit. We're going to take this position here, copy that, and go to 0.5. Paste, and then don't forget to take this one as well here, Control C. At 0.3, you'd paste it in. So, okay, let's see what we have. So, let's say we're the player, we're like looking at it. animation runs, boom, mag comes out, goes back in, and then we're just going to reset the whole thing with our idle position. Copy this at 2-second mark. We're gonna just paste it in. Okay, now let's see what this looks like with the camera locker. Camera locker, play. Mag comes out, goes back in. Let's add. I do want him to touch the. I do want him to touch the handle, like rack the rifle, because I want it to look good. So here, let's actually delete this. Delete that, and then like half. Actually, no. Don't delete that. We're gonna just take this idle position, and then instead of putting it at 2, put it at 1.8. And like rotate the gun. Let's actually here. No, wait. Let's go. Let's do this one. Let's do this one, yeah. Control C. Go to this. Control V. So basically from here to here, you want the gun to start rotating down, so wait, no, not like that. Go select everything. Everything here. No, not everything here. The right arm up to the main, so like this. Because you don't want the left arm to move yet, so what I want you to do is start moving this out like this. No, I want it to rotate over this way. Kind of like this. Here. Yeah, perfect. Take the left arm now. And then just move it to where it will touch the handle. So right about there. Now that I think about it, our arms are kind of too big for our gun. But, oh well, too late to change that. At like 0.2, let's just take the left arm and the bolt, right? And then, no, not, oh yeah, the bolt and the charge, so charging handle, bolt, and left arm. But start from left arm because this way will allow you to just literally just move it back. Whoa. This way. It will allow you to just move it here. So the character actually racks the rifle. Oh. Make sure that it doesn't like come out through the side here. So here, moved back. Another like 0.2 seconds later, you want to copy this position here. So copy, paste. So what you're going to have is this. And then we're going to return it to the original idle position. So like right here, we're going to have this. So the whole thing is going to look reload, rack. Okay, perfect. Now let's just quickly look at it through the camera locker just to make sure that it does look good. So here, he goes ahead, puts a new mag and racks the gun. Boom. Perfect. Beautiful. Make sure it's not looped. Publish to Roblox. Reload. Save. Go ahead, copy the ID. Close. Go here. Find reload animation. Paste it in, right? And then for the rifle, we don't actually have an empty reload animation because there's no slide that locks and we're racking the gun anyway. So I'm not going to show you how to do the empty reload animation. You could do it if you wanted to. We will do it for the pistol, but I just won't do it for the rifle because of the time, and then there will literally be no visible difference. Cool. Now we're going to do the inspect animation, and then we're going to do idle because they're basically the last two that are on the list. So, we're going to do the same thing we did before. Exit camera locker, 3 dots, create new. Call this one inspect. Then I want you to click the plus icon, add all body. Now, inspect is pretty much up to you because it's however you want to show off your gun. I'll just show you the most basic version there is. But the idea is the player just has to see the whole gun and just a little bit of twisting. So to do that, don't forget, move the slide first. Select everything except the aim port and the fake camera. Go ahead, rotate, and then pretty much rotate in the same position that we did for reload. So take this up and this way. Okay. Up more, in more, this way more. Okay, great. Now, let's move it down and forward. Okay, I think that should be about right. Wow. Oh, absolutely not. Forward. Here. Let's try again. Still too close. Down, up. Okay, this should be, this has to be good. Camera locker. Okay, not bad, right? Maybe a bit closer, so what I'll do is I'll just move it slightly bit closer. And then I did notice that it wasn't rotated enough, so rotate this way, this way. This should be nice. This should be nice. Yeah, perfect. Okay, cool. Now, I would recommend, so here you're gonna go to wherever the left arm is, and I want you to kind of just get it out of the way. So I would highly recommend just rotating it this way and then moving it underneath the rifle. Basically, why we're doing this is because I kind of want to show off the gun a little bit. So like this. Okay, that's pretty good, right? And then we're going to do a total of 2 turns. So this is going to be turn 1, weapon goes up, and then turn 2 will kind of just flip this whole thing over. So to do that, we're going to copy everything from main to right arm. So we won't touch any of these. Go ahead, click rotate, and then what we're going to do is we're literally just going to take it and rotate it upside down, and then kind of, oh, whoa. Not this way. Kind of like this, and then we're just going to bring it up to be on top of our arm here. And then we're just going to take a look at it. Okay, pretty good. Also consider that there will be more space on the bottom. Okay, here. Move it up a little bit more. Okay, that's going to be good. That's going to be really good. So, oh no, I forgot to move it. Let's see if I can save myself here. So, copy this. Control Z to the previous position. Here. Don't forget to move your cursor every time you make a change. Oh, let's go. Let's go. We're saved. So this is going to be our whole inspect animation, really. And then we're just going to take the idle. And then we're going to paste it like way later. And now we're just going to spread it out. So let's say inspect is going to be 2 seconds long. You could make it longer or shorter. It doesn't really matter. So let's put it at like 1.8. Let's put this one at like 1.4. And then let's put this one at like 7. So let's see what this looks like. Okay, this is not horrible, but it is. So let's just quickly, let's just make a bigger pause in between the turns. So what we'll have is, yeah, let's make this 3 seconds actually. 3 seconds. Take this, put it at 3. Take this, put this at like, should I leave it? No, wait, let's do 04. And for this one, we're going to do like 205. So what we're going to have is this like slow turn. So here, But I do want this to be a little bit longer, so let's go to like 8, and let's go to like 2.7. So we'll have this, we'll rotate, boom, locks back in. You could edit this more, but just for the tutorial, this is good enough. So publish to Roblox, save, copy ID, close, go to rifle, go to inspect, paste the new ID. And now for the last one, we're going to do idle, and then we're going to be done with the rifle. So idle is pretty easy. It's literally just gun being still but moving slightly like your character's breathing. So let's go create new, type idle, idle body. And then you don't want to do too much because idle, you don't even have to do idle really. You could have it still and just copy an ID of nothing, but just I would recommend to do it because it makes your game look a lot better. So the only thing that's actually happening is what you can do, move it like, take the cursor, move it to like 1 second right away, and then select everything that's not import or fake camera, and then just move it like the slightest amount you can, really. Whoa. So let's see how small I could go. So let's do like slightly up, just like a little tiny bit, and do a little bit of rotation too. Let's do like this. What do we have? Okay, let's do just a little bit like this. No, that's okay. Not bad. Not bad. Let's do a quick trick. Let's go 3 seconds. Let's take this, put it at halfway, so like 1.5. And then we'll like take this first one here, copy, go to 3, paste. So what we really have is just kind of like a little breathing pattern. You see, like you get the idea, right? So this is what we're going to use. And then it's going to mix some with like shooting, running, so you won't really even notice it unless you're standing completely still. So that's what we're going to do. So publish to Roblox, idle, save, copy this ID, close, go to Troy Defense, go to idle, paste, and now we can finally actually test this. So we're gonna go ahead and click play. Okay. So as you can see, when I stand still, there's a slight like idle breathing, I guess. Also, now that I look at it, I notice there's like a little bit of like that barrel right here. We're gonna fix it real quick after I show you guys the rest of like the animation. So reload, you click R, gun reload is beautiful. And then we have equip. So like, as you can see, like de-equip and equip works. Don't mind this. This is because we don't have idle for the pistol. So the equip and de-equip for this do work. And then inspect is F. So click F. And then boom, the inspect animation runs. As well as you can notice, the background is blurred as well, which looks really cool. So we're completely done with the rifle. Now we're just going to fix that quick little issue here that I noticed. So before this closes, so at the peak, I noticed it becomes visible. So I think that's the bolt. So what we're going to do is just go to the middle, click bolt, move it here. So now if I scan through the animation, I don't see it. So let's test it out here. Oh, I forgot to publish that. Okay. So, okay, don't forget to actually publish this. Save, copy ID, close. Go to Troy Defense. That was idle, so paste in the new one, play. Awesome. As you can see, it's moving and there's nothing sticking out. And then you have your de-equip, equip, reload, inspect, and then idle is just little tiny breathing. Perfect. We're done with the rifle. If you stuck around till this part, just drop that like button because this takes a while, guys. Now we're gonna have to do this like literally everything we just did, but with the pistol. So Let's do it, guys. Let's do it. We're so close. We're almost done. So it's literally the same concept as before. We'll just go through the list once again. So let's go to the avatar animation editor. Select the view model, right? If it doesn't select, make sure it has a animation controller. Okay, so now we're gonna name this. Let's do equip first, the same as with the rifle. So equip adult body, and this is literally the same steps we took for the rifle, just for the pistol. So you could do them yourself, but I would recommend watching me just because, just to be sure. Okay, first of all, don't forget, very important, move this slider. Don't forget to move the slider. Go to models, rotate, and then pretty much the same thing, side, down, side. Just get it out of the player's view. Then take the original, copy, paste it at like 4.3, and then delete the original here, delete this, take the rotated position, put it as first. So now we have this. Once again, let's check out how that looks. So camera locker, play. You could make it like just come up from the bottom, kind of like if a person had a holster on, but I'm just gonna do this because it looks good, whatever. Go ahead, publish to Roblox. Copy this. Close. I would put pistol equip and then AR equip actually before the names so that if you do end up losing the ID, you could still find it, but it's not that important. So now we're doing the pistol. So go to the pistol module script, go to equip animation here, take the ID, paste in the new one that you just made. Next, we're gonna do de-equip because it's the complete opposite of what we just did. So exit camera locker. You know what? What we can do is just, we'll take this, we'll just rename it to de-equip, right? And then we can just actually copy this, right? Get rid of it. Take this, put it here, and then just paste in this one at 0.5. Now we have de-equip. Awesome. Okay. That was actually like 200 IQ moves right there. Publish. Go ahead, save, copy ID. I should have done this for the rifle. That would be so much faster. Make sure to actually do the pistol, not the rifle. De-equip this one here. Paste. Now we're gonna do the empty fire anim just because it's kind of hard to see here. Don't forget to do this. We're gonna go create new empty fire, and this is actually where the empty fire is important because you do want the slide to log back when the last bullet is fired. So this is actually important. So adult body, and then this is going to be a little bit tricky. So don't forget, move the slide, select everything, then go to move, and then we're gonna slide it back, and then here we're gonna take the slide and slide it, but also pay attention to not do it like weirdly too much. I'm thinking here, and then just to make sure this looks good, I will use the camera locker. So boom. Do remember that this will like be out of the way, so it's gonna look a little bit different. So whoa. Oh, it's because the camera locker's on. Take that. Okay. It is kind of too far to where I can't even see it, so I do want to slide it forward. Maybe a little bit here, and maybe even up. And then let's actually give it a little bit of a rotation too, just because if we're doing it, might as well do it good. A bit of a rotation. Great. Now we're going to pay attention here. Take the original, copy it, and paste it, but what's different, I still want the slide to be rocked back when the animation finishes, because that was the last bullet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just take it, slide it back here, and just leave it. Basically, what we're going to have is just the gun fires, the slide stays, and then it's gonna look like that. I do want it to be at least like, I don't know, this much, so that, is that too slow? Since it is the last bullet, let's just make it a bit slower than the shooting. Here, here, here. Let's see. Okay, so if we start in the idle, fire, boom, slide stays back. Awesome. Also, I would recommend move like another however many seconds. Take this, Control C, paste it. Basically, what this means is it will just kind of hold that for another second while you actually start reloading. So cool. That's it for the empty fire. So publish to Roblox, save, copy ID, close, go here, take this ID, paste in the new one. Okay, now we're gonna do the reload. So once again, I know this actually takes like a really long time and it does seem annoying, but let's just keep working. So reload. Now we're gonna go ahead and click the plus icon once again, click add all body, right? Okay, now there's going to be two reload animations. One's going to be normal reload and the other is going to be empty reload. The difference is for the empty reload, the slide will be locked back when the animation starts. For the normal reload, the slide will just be in the normal position because when the gun's empty, obviously, and the gun's not empty, the slide is in different positions. Okay. So let's go ahead and start by moving our icon, whatever this dash line is called, selecting everything, and then doing pretty much the same thing we did with the rifle. We're going to be rotating it to where the character has a good view of it, so kind of like here. Okay, that's good. And now we're going to move it way out because it's way too close to our player's face right now. So down here, here. I don't know, is this good? So fake camera. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's good. That's good. For the reload, that should be fine. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna right now actually start by moving our left arm to where it's kind of like grabbing the mag. So go rotate, put it like this way and then like up more. And then move it to where it's like grabbing the mag. It doesn't have to be perfect here because the right arm is already covering the mag wall, so you can't really even tell where the mag is, but it's whatever. It's whatever. Okay. So why isn't it? Okay. Here. Perfect. Okay. Move two places, go left arm, and then click Control, and then mag, and then I want you to actually, what I want you to do is copy this here, Control C, Control V. The reason we're doing this is because sometimes animations get stretched, so the game gets confused on where the transition actually happens. So I do want the gun to be still while this happens. So yeah, we're just going to copy this position, paste it here, and then select left arm and mag, and then move them out of our gun. So here, just like that. And one thing I just realized, we messed up the floor because we didn't move the animation, the view model above the floor. So to kind of go around that, instead of remaking the animation, we're just going to go underneath. So move it here and then move another 2 frames and then just down, back, down. All you want to do is just get it out of your player's point of view. Okay, so this should look somewhat decent if we go to our plugin, camera locker. Whoa, that's way too fast. By the way, set the animation to 3 seconds. And then kind of spread these parts out for now, like here, just to see the whole animation a bit slower. So what we have is goes up, Mac comes out. Then we're going to continue with just kind of the same exact mag going back up. So we're literally going to just copy this, Control C, like here, Control V. So mag goes down, mag goes up, but since the player can't actually see it happening, it looks like a new one is coming in. You could animate like a little bullet here so it looks like it's a new mag, but I just don't for the tutorial. So, okay. Now that we have this, we're going to find where the mag is in. Take this, Control C, Control V, copy them in. And then now we're going to actually move these a little bit closer because we need space to put in the frames where we actually cock the gun. So here currently what we have is comes up, gun, mag comes out, new one comes in. Boom, this is the position. Now we're going to go here, right here. We're going to take the right arm and select the gun and nothing else. Go to rotate. And then we're going to just, not this one, it's this one. Kind of go like here, here. No, not this one. This one. God. Here. And then more forward. Like this. More up too. Okay. Like this. Also, you might notice the slide is slightly like to the side. So to fix this, we're going to just separately go ahead and move it into place. Just like that. Just so it looks normal. Good. Now, in the next frame, we're going to take the slide. No, actually, first select the left arm. Then select the slide. This will allow you to move in the slide's direction, not the arm's direction. So here, we're going to just cock it back to where we usually do it, which is like here. And then what we should have is mag goes back in and then switch over cock. Okay. Take this, Control C that. And then over here, just paste it back in. So, okay, so apparently the arm didn't move this time. So what we're going to do, we're going to separately do it. Left arm. And then just move it accordingly like here. So, boom. Slightly up. Great. And now we're just going to reset the whole thing to the original position. So copy that. Paste. Okay. So this should look normal. Boom. Boom. Good. Let's test it with the fake camera. So plug in camera locker. Play. Boom. Mag comes out. New one comes in. Ready to go. You could kind of play around with how these are spread out to make it look as good as possible, but that's good enough for the tutorial. Publish to Roblox, save, copy ID, close, go to the pistol, find reload anim, paste it in. Don't delete this yet, so leave it for now. So we have reload animation, and now we have empty reload animation. The only thing that actually changes in between these two, this is actually where we're going to cheat a little bit. The only thing that changes, it will start here. So go to like the very first frame, select slide. It will start with the slide already cocked back. So we're just gonna move it here. And then in the next frame, just go through every single frame you added and make sure that the slide is always cocked back. So here, here, here. And make sure to kind of keep it in the same spot so that it doesn't look weird in any way. So kind of like that. And then here as well. And then here is actually the last spot that you will change its position, because here the arm will just cock it back for you. So basically what we have is here the arm will just kind of activate it and put it back into place. And then we'll reset. So once you did this, if you go to fake camera, go to camera locker, and then you play this, as you can see, the slide is already cocked back. The only thing I do notice is it slightly moves, I think, in between these two frames. Yeah, between these two. So to fix this, we'll just simply go here and then move it way back. So here, it's like there. Yeah, so that will actually fix it. So once we play this, the slide won't move. Great. Okay. And then we're going to actually rename this to empty reload. Go ahead and publish to Roblox. Save, copy ID, close, go to pistol, empty reload animation, paste. Now we're going to do inspect and idle, and then we're going to be done with the whole video. So for inspect, we could actually borrow something from here. Actually, no, let's just remake the whole thing. Let's go ahead, create new. Let's call this inspect. We're going to go ahead and add all body. And then don't forget to move the dash line. Okay, now for the inspect, let's think of something decent. Let's just kind of like raise the gun, move it side to side, just to kind of show off. But okay, up, rotate this way, and then rotate the green this way. Up a bit more here. Let's just move it further, then down. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, that's actually perfect. That's exactly where I wanted it to be. For our inspection, maybe a little more turned toward the person, but it's not bad. It's not bad. Here, go to model, rotate, and then I'll just slightly move it forward. No, not this way. This way. Okay, great. That's it for the raise. And then what we're going to do is we're actually going to completely get rid of the left arm because it's a pistol and we don't need it to be there. So what we're going to do is go left arm, rotate it this way, and then just get rid of it kind of here, as if the person kind of put the hand down. So here's the gun, right? So let's move 2 frames. Actually copy this, paste it here, and then take the right arm and the gun, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna just kind of give it a couple of turns, you know. So kind of here, and then copy this, paste it here. Kind of like, whoa, if this happens, if this actually happens, the slide separates. This happens because of rigging, so what we're gonna do is just take the slide for every time it's like not where it's supposed to be, and then just animate it to where it should be, because it's a joint, not a weld, so it wouldn't like stick perfectly. Oh, and the mag too. Wow. Take the mag, make it invisible for the player here. Make sure, yeah, for this one as well. Mag, invisible, slide, in its place. Okay, so here it will go up, kind of start rotating. Let's get a little more. No, whoa, not the slide. The gun on the right arm. Kind of rotate it slightly more here. Then we're gonna move once again, just kind of bring it in, rotate it a little bit more, like right here. Then we're gonna find where it's like this way. Take this, paste it here. As you can notice, the mag came out again. So what we're gonna do, take magazine and just separately put it back into the gun. There. And then we're gonna just set it to default position after this. So copy, like here, paste. So also for inspection, let's do 2 seconds and then just spread this out. Kind of throw this here, throw this like here, throw this here. And you should do it the way you kind of like it. Like you don't actually have to have like exactly the same time markers as me, even though you could. Here and then like just kind of make it look more even. So if we play this now. Okay, that is way too fast. That is way too fast. So let's do 3 seconds. 3 seconds here. I think that's about right. That about there. Here. Here. And then here. Okay, so I don't like how fast it comes up here. So boom. Comes up. I want this to be way further. Like there. It comes up. Kind of looks at it. Okay, not bad, not bad. Let's check it out through the fake camera. So if we play this, kind of comes up, looks around at it. You could obviously make this look a lot better if you wanted to, but for the tutorial, this is good enough. So, publish to Roblox, save, copy ID, go to the pistol, inspect animation, go ahead, paste. And now for the idle, probably the easiest one there is. So, we're actually almost done. Create new, idle, add all body, and then we're going to do the same thing we did with the rifle. Set this to 3 seconds. We're going to move the dash line to 1.5, which is like half. Go ahead, select the whole view model here, except the fake camo name part. And then what I want you to do is move it like 0.038 up, and then give it like a tiny bit of rotation. So like not too much, like not too much. Wait, hold up. I feel like that's a lot. Okay, I think that's fine. Okay, just tiny bit. Mm. Okay, whatever, good enough. Right, let's take this. Go to 3, paste. I don't know how I made this one. Just delete it. Okay, so now if we play this, still feel like that's way too much. Okay. Why? Why does it look like that? Oh, that's why. Just to make sure, copy the original, replace the old play. Okay, that's perfect. That is awesome right there. Go ahead, publish to Roblox. Save, copy the ID, and we're finally done. Replace it right here. Paste. And at last, let's finally take the game and go ahead and test it out. So let's click play. As you can see, you spawn in and then your equip and de-equip animations for both of your view models work perfectly. Now let's look at the reload animations. As you can see, the rifle one works. Then the pistol one goes ahead and works. Then we're gonna let's do the empty animation for the pistol. So at the last bullet, if we fire, the slide stuck back and then animation was the empty animation. Now let's do the inspect. So for the rifle, we have this. As you can see, the background's blurred, the weapon is animated. And then for the pistol, it will be the same thing. The background's blurred and the gun's animated. And then when the animation finishes, the game just keeps playing. And then the idle animation for the pistol and the rifle both work. Something you do have to consider for now is the idle animation actually works while we're aiming, which is a little bug that I will fix in the next video. It's super easy. It's literally like 2 lines of code. But yeah, doesn't this look awesome? Good job doing this tutorial. You're done. If you did like it because it was really long, please like and subscribe. You could do super thanks down below. If you really appreciate the video, join my Discord Premium. Next week, we're probably going to be doing the loadout system, which is going to be just a bunch of view models you can select from, and then your character spawns with them. If you have any problems, concerns, questions, go ahead and comment down below. I will be happy to go ahead and help you out. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. See you in the next one.